So I want to talk to you a little bit about sort of how I got involved as a member of CCI. It was right after I retired from teaching, but I'd always been somewhat politically active, basically within the Democratic Party, and I was forever getting just sort of burned out by that because it just seemed like it was the same old strategy, the same old playbook, and I didn't really see the changes that I wanted to see. So when I retired, I was looking around for something really different, and I really didn't think I'd find it. And I had already sort of prepared myself and said, well, then you'll just figure something out. But what I was really looking for was a very active group that didn't just talk. They were willing to show up, and they were willing to take on these damn banks that were destroying my neighborhood through the foreclosure crisis. I lost good neighbors that have been paying mortgages for 10, 15 years. And they were ignored by the banks because these little houses were like little 3-bedroom ranches, 860 square feet. The assessed value was $145,000. Banks wouldn't even consider them for a refinance. They would come up to the door and harass them in front of their family. And I was furious, and I witnessed that. One of my neighbors right across the street. We lost 7 properties just within, very close distance of my house. So I was also really angry. About that time, Occupy started. You all remember Occupy? So I was at the Capitol, I was kind of looking at that, and these people, they were serious. They were doing a lot of camping at the bottom of the steps of the Capitol. I didn't really want to camp. Winter was coming. But when I was there, I saw Hugh, and I saw a young man by the name of David Goodner. I thought, And long story short, I actually saw a newspaper article. It was talking about CCI was taking on Wells Fargo for illegal foreclosures, and that the mortgage headquarters was in West Des Moines, and they were having a meeting. I thought, well, hell, I'll try. I'll go and listen. So I went, and they gave this very energized, we don't mess around kind of, speech or just information. And they laid out the whole crisis very quickly. It was a very good presentation. It was very bullet pointed. It was right to the point, and I understood a lot more about what was going on. And the meeting was over, and one of the organizers said, hey, you want to come with us? And I said, well, where are you going? And they said, well, we're going out to the headquarters. Michael Hyde is the CEO. I said, you're going out to West Des Moines to the CEO? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, then what are you doing? They said, we're going to occupy the lobby. And I go, okay, I've done that before. I went to college during the 60s. I protested Vietnam War. I said, well, yeah, I can do that. And so they had, 8 cars, and we drove out and parked them, and big, beautiful building, kind of a half-circle drive in front, big front atrium. I thought, we're going to occupy that? So we got out of the car, and they threw the lids open of their trunks, and signs came out. My sign said, Hyde can't hide. So we all walked in, and I could tell that they were pretty stunned. They didn't know what to do. It was all glass. There was sort of this glass area, and people were sitting behind this glass area. And we started chanting and cheering. I thought, this feels pretty good. I was pretty frustrated, right? I'm letting off some steam. I taught physical education for 32 years. I had a loud voice. And I was just having a great time. And suddenly the big glass doors kind of shut, but we were still inside the lobby. And I looked up to the atrium, and I could see the 2nd, 3rd, 4th floor, and people were watching. Well, all right, we got an audience. So we were just cheering and having a great time. Finally, I said to the lady next to me, well, how long do we do this? And she said, you don't leave until the police come. I said, oh. All right. And so I thought, okay, I'm here with 35 other people. It felt pretty secure. And they kept telling us, and of course I think I was drifting, and somebody would kind of push me back in. And they'd say, no, stay close. So I learned a lot about staying huddled up. And it wasn't long before police came, because I was towards the back. And I'm kind of watching the door, and this policeman comes in, and one of our organizers, David Goodner, goes back to talk to him. I thought, Okay. And this policeman comes in and grabs me by the shirt. Now, I have a son about David's age. So I instinctively pivot and I'm going after, I don't know what. I'm going after this cop, I guess. And this woman grabs me and says, no, stay here, it's okay. He knows what he's doing. And he really, really did. So we stayed there, and our people talked to the police, and they were able to kind of mitigate and say, hey, we're going to be out of here in about 10 minutes. And they sort of mitigated the whole thing, and we bought time. And we had a lot of people watching us. And when we finished and walked out and debriefed, one of the organizers said, well, Sheree, this is your first time. What'd you think of it? And I said, I just got baptized. And I've never looked back. I could tell you story after story just like that. How that Iowa CCI accepted me in a way that made me feel community and a sense of power that I'd never felt before. And what I learned is that you show up. You show up every time. And that's how you win. When you stop fighting, that's when you lose. And so that's my message to you. Keep showing up. Keep coming and keep the faith. Create that community. Create that collective power. Because for a lot of people in CCI, CCI is really my spiritual energy. We get out there and we fight like hell, and we're angry, and I'm gonna, this is from you, I'm gonna steal this. We're out there and we're fighting hard and we're angry, but we do it with love. Because we love our fellow man, because we love our communities, we love our neighbors, we love our families. It's done in love. So, become a member. See, you know what I like about this? Katie's coaching me up. And you know what? It's so easy to get up here and work like this, folks. And for those of you that are newer members and those of you that are thinking, if you want to grow as an activist, this is the kind of support you have. I have always felt supported. And no matter what situation I'm in, I'm being coached up all the time. And that's how you grow and you get better at it. So, you have this membership.
I'll take those. Thank you.
I learned this from you too. This is what it looks like. So, you need to join up. We are in contentious times. There are more of us than them. We can win. But it's going to take resolve, and we have to be persistent.
That's right.
That is such an important mindset. Keep showing up. No matter what the issue is.
That's right.
So, fill this out, and you can give this to Katie.
Yep.
Or me. Okay? We'll be right here. So fill these out.
Otherwise, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. God bless